A good Wednesday morning. As I said yesterday, we're going to talk about the collar, the clergy collar, the clergy tab, uh, which again I wear with a clergy shirt, which we talked about. Okay, what is this clergy collar or tab all about? There are a couple different kinds. There's the tab that comes out and in, very handy. There is the collar that goes all the way around and then fastens in the back, um, sometimes called the dog collar. But there are two different kinds of collars that people wear. And it evolved out of in the Roman church, or in some of the churches, in some of the old churches, like in Denmark, when I helped with a wedding in Denmark, there was in the Lutheran church in Denmark, they wore ruffed collars. It went up and over their alb. So there's a variety. Again, it sets a person apart, just like the clergy shirt. It's kind of a badge. It says, hey, this is a pastor or priest, someone who is works in the church as an ordained clergy. And seminarians can wear collars too. When they are preaching and stuff, when they're training, they can wear collars. I remember the first time I wore my collar. It was my first year in seminary. I was preaching at my home congregation the first Sunday after Christmas. So I wore my clerical shirt and my collar. A little bit of history. According to the Church of England, the detachable collar was invented in 1865 by Reverend Donald MacLeod. He did the shirt as well. He is from the Church of Scotland, the Presbyterian Church. So according to them, the clergy shirt and the collar came out of the Presbyterian Church. In 1840, the Anglican clergy wanted to separate themselves from the secular world. They wanted to look different. So they adopted distinctive clerical dress. It started out black coat, white necktie, and then it slowly developed into the clergy collar. MacLeod stated that, quote, the collar was nothing else than the shirt collar turned down over the cleric's everyday common dress in compliance with the fashion that began toward the end of the 16th century. For when the laity began to turn down their collars, the clergy also took up the mode. So it was a fashion statement, and it evolved into a symbol. A lot of denominations wear clergy collars. And again, it's just a sign. And people recognize that as a sign of the clergy. And usually they respond, "Oh, Father, Pastor," because again, it is a sign. So the clergy collar, really no religious meaning. It's just to set people apart as an identification, just like a badge would identify a person as an officer in the police force. Well, I hope this is helpful. We have all been set apart by God in Christ through the waters of baptism, and we've been marked with the sign of the cross of Christ forever. Have a blessed day.